Yo, wagwan boys and girls, it's nobody but Ray right here. And today I'm going to be giving you guys a deep video. Now, I don't mean for this video to be so deep, but I realised that I have to do this video because I feel like it's so important for me to get this message out the way. Now, for the purposes of this video and this video alone, I've turned off the music, because I want you guys to listen to this video rather than watch it. Now, as you can tell by the title of this video is my coming out story, and I'm going to be giving you guys my experiences in this video and a few words of advice for those wanting to come out. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, once upon a time, there was a year called 2012. And in that year of 2012, a lot happened to me and a lot changed for me. And the most important change of mine with regards to coming out is a singer. And that singer is called Conor Maynard. Now, in March 2012, that was the first time I heard Conor Maynard. And I heard his song Can't Say No. Great song, I still love it even now. And that song just kind of sparked something new in me, and I just got more and more interested in him. Not in that way, but I liked the song so much. It was playing on radio all the time. It was so overplayed, but I just loved it as well. And in May or June 2012, his second song came out, which was called Vegas Girl, which was even better for me because it had a rap in it. So that just made it even more awesome. And based on those two songs, it made me realise that I wanted to listen to more of this guy's music. So I bought his album in July 2012, and it's signed. I've got it I've got it hand signed by him as well, by Conor Maynard himself. So that was really cool. And the first time I listened to this album was the week it came out. I can't remember what day it was, but man, that album was the one. Like, there were 12 songs on it, and every song was a banger. You have no idea how tunage that album really was. So I went to go to find out more about the guy from the music. I watched interviews of his, I watched video diaries of his and his old school style covers, and it just got me fascinated about him. I don't really know what it is, but it got me so interested and intrigued. Skip forward a bit to December. This was when I started to realise that I fancied him. At first, I thought it was like a man crush, like sort of like a straight guy man crush, but nah, it turns out it wasn't. And I tried to push the idea to the back of my mind because I didn't want to think about it, but my mind just kind of retaliated to that and just went, no, blood. So instead, I just kept thinking that I fancied him. And in December 2012, it made it more and more apparent to me that I fancied guys, because I went to the calendar signing of a very attractive man called Joey Essex. And I think Joey Essex made me realise that I was, at the very least, bisexual. I didn't realise that I was gay at this point. I just thought, I fancy guys, yeah? Well, maybe this is something new in me, but at the same time I don't want to fancy guys because there's so much prejudice based on it. So it left me with a kind of difficult situation. Like, you know, am I bisexual? Am I not bisexual? Like, I didn't realise what was happening. Skip forward a bit to the year of 2013, and I found myself more and more attracted to guys. I realised that I like people like Tom Daley, and I thought, yeah, like, it's a no-brainer. Like, I'm definitely, in some way or another, bisexual. But I couldn't tell anyone, because I didn't know how people would react to that. But there came a time when I built it in myself. Like, I built it in my body. I was fixated in the idea of telling people, but at the same time I didn't really want to tell people because I didn't really have any idea how to. Skip forward to May 2013. This was when I told the first person I ever told over 2.5 years ago. And I told Leah, my friend Leah, man, I didn't even realise just how good of a deal it was to tell her. Funny enough, the way that I told her on Twitter direct messaging. Bit of a risky way of telling the first ever person I know, but I just realised that she was the one that I had to tell the first. So I just went ahead and did it. And the reaction I got was so good. And even to this day, I would recommend finding her on Twitter and messaging her. Even if you have no idea who she is, I would recommend you doing it. Her Twitter name is @RitaFTCabello. That is RitaFTCabello. Message her. If you are unsure, just message her. She is amazing, trust me on this one. And the reaction was so good, and after that, a few days later, I told another one of my friends on Twitter. I told a girl called Callie. I don't speak to her anymore now, I don't really know why. But at the time, her reaction was awesome as well. And I just wasn't expecting a reaction like that. Skipping across to June 2013 was when I told my mum. Now this was by far the biggest deal so far. This was a question of whether or not I would be accepted as their son. With that knowledge in mind, this was a difficult one for me, and I remember having just sat an exam. I had a free period, so I wrote out a note to her, basically explaining the fact that I was attracted to other guys. I couldn't tell her in person, like face to face. That was just no. I just couldn't do that. So I wrote a note, basically explaining it. And I came home from school one day and I left her this note on the kitchen counter where I knew she would pick it up. And I heard her come in. I was in my room hiding. I didn't even want to come out of my room, let alone the goddamn closet. So I just waited for her to approach me rather than me approach her. And she approached me about an hour later, just saying, look, I've known you for 16 years. I didn't know about this, but how do you think this could change anything? That is basically what she said. And I was so confused because I just didn't know that the reaction was going to be that good. And it was just one of the best things in the world for me. Skip forward to September 2013. I made the decision to come out on Twitter as openly bisexual. By this time, I told more people. I hadn't just told those 3 people, don't worry. I told more people. I told my friends in person. I've told my schoolmates. Up to that point, I'd never had a bad comment. So it just made me realise that it was okay to tell people about this. So I tweeted out a twit longer in September 2013, basically explaining that I was bisexual, and it was just one of the best things that happened. In November 2013, I met a semi-famous singer, a Mexican singer called Dominique B. She's not famous like Calvin Harris type famous, but she had a verified Twitter account when she brought out her EP, and she is bisexual as well. And I met this girl in a London meetup at Hyde Park, and what happened? Well, she basically came up to me and she just said, look, now I usually don't swear in my YouTube videos, but this is exactly what she said. She literally said, like, don't give a fuck what other people think. And I just thought to myself, once you've heard it from a verified Twitter account member, you know things are going well. I didn't meet her because of that. I met her because I loved her music. Her covers are insane. And I ended up having Pizza Hut with her and all sorts. I'm going off topic here, but this is what happened in... Skip forward to the beginning of 2014, and this made me realise that I wasn't just bisexual, I was gay. Yeah, it was that period of time that made me think, I'm gay. I want to start telling people that I'm gay. So I went straight back to Leah, basically apologising for the fact that I told her that I was bisexual, and instead I told her I was gay instead. And that just gave off an amazing reaction. I couldn't thank her anymore for giving myself such a good reaction, because the reaction I got was just amazing. That is just what happened. I don't know the month of 2014 that I told her. I just remember telling her, and just thanking her so much for it. So during this time, I began to tell more and more people that I was gay, and just like it was with the bisexual thing, the reaction was just, I just didn't have one bad comment, and that was just such a good feeling for me. So across 2014, I began to tell more and more people that I was gay. In the summer of 2014, I told my mum that I was gay. And just as normal, it was just an awesome feeling. I just couldn't get myself to tell my brother and my dad. I just felt like my brother was too young and my dad just wouldn't accept the fact. Or he would say something bad about it, and I just couldn't let that happen yet. But in September 2014, due to personal reasons, we moved house. Well, technically, we moved into here. We moved here in September 2014. It was me, my mum, and my brother. And about 2 weeks after moving in here, I joined an LGBT youth club in Croydon called The Bridge. That place, I still go to this place now. Even a year on, I still go to this place. And this place just holds a very strong place for me because it was just so accepting and so open. And obviously I knew that other gay people existed, but I hadn't met any others that knew what I was going through. And to meet these people and to hear these guys' stories, it was just an amazing feeling. Also at this group was the place that I met Alan. I met Alan in September 2014 and we just got on really well. Well, I got on really well with all of them anyway, but I got on well in particular with him, and we got quite close, and he kind of gave me the confidence to tell other people that I was gay. Skip forward to February 2015, and I met this new guy at the group who I'm not going to name. I asked him out, and on that Saturday we went out. We ended up kissing at the end of the date, and I just felt like he was amazing. Little did I realise that he would have been such an idiot. It was only until I got to know him better that I realised that he was such a twat. I just hope this guy isn't watching this video right now, because otherwise this would just be so embarrassing. Anyway, I dumped him in April and I felt like I needed a boyfriend that would be a million times better than him. This was also when I started to fancy Alan. It was when I was starting to dump this guy that I realised that I fancied Alan. So I asked him out in April and he said yes, and we've still been going out for 6 months now, nearly 6 months. During this time I've been telling more and more people that I'm gay because he just gave me so much more confidence. I told my mum and I told my brother, and in September 2015, last month, I made an open Facebook post telling all my friends that I was gay. It got nearly 100 likes, which just kind of blows my mind because I didn't realise that I just thought I was doing it for myself, but it turns out that I'm doing it for so many other people. A few days after that, on my Raver YouTube channel, I brought out a video called Plot Twist I'm Gay, and this video has the most views out of all of my YouTube videos. Still not many, it's about 130 views, but it's still more than any of my other YouTube videos. And what can I say? In these last few days, I've just been an openly gay man, and it was definitely the best decision in the world for me to tell more people over the last 2 to 3 years and just to be more open about it, and it was just amazing. So that is the end of my coming out story, boys and girls, but I did say that I would include an advice section. My advice to you guys is just to come out. I know it's difficult, I've been there myself, but I just think it is the most beneficial thing to do. I know there's a lot of prejudice, and it is a given, there will be prejudice, but there will be even more acceptance. There'll probably be about 95% acceptance, 5% prejudice. If you are unsure, I would recommend finding my friend Leah at Rita FT Cabello, because I just feel like she will find time for other people. She found time for me, and I just can't thank her enough. So if you want to find her, I will leave a link in the description below. And I just think everyone should come out the way they are. Just love the way you are, seriously. It's the best thing you could possibly do. And love the same gender like a straight person would love the opposite gender, because at the end of the day that's all there is to it. So that was all my advice that I have to give. This video really has been quite deep, boys and girls, but on a real life level I just hope that people can relate to this. And I know at the end of my videos I always say leave a like, a comment, a rate, a subscribe, a share, all that awesome stuff, but if there is one video that I recommend you share the most, it is this video. Don't share it to promote my YouTube channel. Don't share it for me. Share it for the LGBT youth. Share it for the people that aren't out yet, that wants to come out, and hope that they can find inspiration from this video to come out to their close friends and family. Even if it is one person. One person makes all the difference. So that was it, boys and girls. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope to see you guys next week for a brand new video. I'm sorry this video is so deep. I promise you guys I will give you a more upbeat video next week. Just share this video, please. This is all I ask of you guys. Do I end this video on the traditional raver way? Yeah, why not? It's still a raver video. A more deep one, but it is still a raver video. My name is Raver, and I'ma see you later.